Hey, it's Scott here, and I'm making another camera photography related video. And if you're like me, you like to keep your things in good condition, especially if you've acquired a lot of gear, a lot of used gear that you've kind of like restored, or you have bought something vintage, but you want to use it rather than just put it away uh, on a shelf or whatever. And as far as cameras go, a lot of people, they have like a love-hate relationship with what they call these. These are what they call the Everready case. Um, I was recently reading part of this college textbook that I had on photography, and I took a photography course at a community college back in 1989. And person called the ever ready case, he called it the never ready case. And for some reason, and I can kind of like identify with that, because these cases are great for storing and kind of transporting a camera like this vintage Canon FTB SLR, which I recently acquired off of eBay. um, I bought the lens separate. I actually bought the case separate and the body separate. But problem is, once you get to your destination where you wanna shoot, a lot of people, they don't like, and I'm included here. You don't like this lower part, maybe hanging, like it might get in your way or whatever. You lean against something maybe, and it like wants to flip up in your way. Well, I kind of thought of a very simple accessory where, instead of having to like go in the field, say you're going to a public event, or if you're into street photography, instead of having a camera like this without the kind of case, and having it carried maybe in a gadget bag, or carrying the camera around your neck without any kind of protection at all, like what this case provides. A quick way, I think, I came up with a quick way of you, while you have the camera around your neck, you can still carry this upper part on your person. Because it's like, what, I take this off, okay, now what do I do with this upper part? I don't want to just like leave it around the ground or something like that. Well, I came up with a quick little uh, hanging accessory that you can kind of hang it, and it's basically just a couple of these little paper binder clips with a shoestring here. It's a little more substantial shoestring, and logically I made it with the leftover shoestring. These are these kind of medium type binder clips. And reason why I use medium, you could use maybe a larger or smaller, but I think medium will work the best, and I'll show you why later. And optional, for one of the binder clips, I use this little Presta-Felt stuff, and I use it, if you're a photographer, if you work with cameras, you can use this for a lot of other uses photography wise. You can even use this for making like light seal material, but I digress here. But anyway, what I want to show you, you can take this, and in the case of, say, that SLR, another thing too, it's like, you have lens caps, and you take a lens cap off, especially with a rangefinder. If you're like me, a lot of times if you've shot with a rangefinder, sometimes you forget to take the lens cap off. Well, this is a way you can make sure that this is off your camera when you take your Everready case off of, like, say, your rangefinder camera too, for street photography. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to like put this over that, clip this all on. See, like that. And then you just kind of hang this on, and you don't even need a belt or whatever. And women, you can like clip this on a part of your clothing too, it doesn't matter. But say if I just want to clip this on edge of my pocket here, see, it's out of my way, and that way I have my camera with the lower part, which actually, in the case of this case, the actual strap attachments are actually on the case. They're not on the camera. But there are other kind of Everready cases where they have like cutouts or whatever, so that your strap is actually on around the camera. But the way I like to use these straps, I use it across here, so that, like I said, if I'm in like an event, or if I want to do street photography, I'll take my upper part of my case off, hang it here, and then I usually put the strap like this so that the camera's behind me. Doesn't look like I'm have a camera, from the front. But you can always, if you have your camera pre-cocked or preset for whatever shooting you want, you can always just bring it around, bring it up to your eyes, either cock the shutter then, and then just take your pictures then, and then put it back around you. And I think it's a great idea. In when you're ready to, kind of like put your cover back on, you just bring it around, put this back on, and close it up like this, and then put it back around like this. So I think that's kind of like my technique for if you want to do street photography, whatever. You can be discreet about it. If you're walking around like this with the camera around your back, people don't think that you're there to photograph what's going around. They think that maybe you're wearing your camera and you're going somewhere else to take pictures. You're not there at the scene there to take pictures. But like I said, this it's incredibly cheap. This little thing I came up with, and one thing, I use that Presto felt for the end that you want to clamp your case, and you can also clamp, like I said, you clamp your lens cap. That way you know where your lens cap is. So I hope you got something out of this little video, and with that, I hope happy shooting with whatever camera, vintage camera, or even digital cameras you have. Just one little quick PS here. I'll show you a couple other cameras. Like here's my little Yashica twin lens, which has a case that I like to take out. And then even for you digital shooters, this is my Canon G11, and this is an aftermarket case that I bought. That is made for this model camera. So like I said, you have this upper part which is pretty substantial, and it's like, okay, what do I do with this? Like I said, it works great with this little hanger thing. So I hope you got something out of this video, and with that, happy shooting again, and bye for now.